This year, the United Nations has delivered one of the most alarming climate warnings yet. The Emission Gap Report 2025, called Off Target, shows that we are nowhere near meeting the goals of the Paris Agreement. After 10 years of global promises, greenhouse gas emissions are still rising, hitting a record 57.7 billion tons in 2024. That's a 2.3% jump from last year. And instead of bending the curve downward, the world is accelerating in the wrong direction. Only about one third of countries have submitted new climate pledges this year, even though 2025 was supposed to be the major turning point. And here is the hard truth. Even if every promise is made today were fully kept, the world would still warm by 2.3 to 2.5 degrees this century. If the current policies continue, we are heading toward 2.8 degree, a level scientists say would be catastrophic for millions around the world. The United Nations Environment Programme's Executive Director Inger Anderson frankly stated, nations have had 3 chances to hit the mark, and each time they have landed off target. The report warns that we are now very likely to pass 1.5 degree of warming within the next decade. The only question is, will we make the overshoot small and temporary, or will we let it spiral into permanent damage? To keep warming close to 1.5 degrees Celsius, the world needs to cut emissions by 26% by 2030 and 46% by 2035 compared to 2019 levels. But instead of cutting, most major economies, especially G20 members, are still increasing fossil fuel use. Deforestation, land use change, and rising methane emissions are also driving record high. The report calls this continued collective inaction, a phrase that captures both the failure and the danger of the movement. Every year we delay, the windows narrow, the cost rises, and the risks grow. Each extra tenth of a degree means more deadly heat waves, crop failures, floods, and irreversible damage to our planet. And yet, there is still hope. Renewable energy is now cheaper than ever. Wind and solar are breaking records. If we accelerate clean energy, end fossil fuel subsidies, and help developing nations transition faster, we can still make a real difference. Because every fraction of a degree avoided matters for lives, for economies, and for our shared future. So, as the world is currently gathering in Belém, Brazil for COP30, but the reality is clear. We are off target, but I think still not out of time. Thank you for watching.